What if I told you that one man held more power than any president in his country for over 3 decades, controlling the military, the courts, foreign policy, and even the future of an entire region? This is the story of Ali Khamenei, from a modest religious childhood to becoming the most powerful figure in Iran. His life is a story of revolution, war, survival, power, controversy, and influence that shaped the Middle East. Ali Khamenei was born on April 19, 1939, in the holy city of Mashhad. His family was religious but not wealthy. His father was a cleric, and from a young age, Khamenei studied Islamic teachings. He grew up in a traditional environment, memorizing religious texts and learning Arabic and Islamic law. As a teenager, he showed strong interest in politics as well as religion. In the late 1950s, he moved to Qom, the center of Shia Islamic scholarship. There, he studied under senior clerics, including Ruhollah Khomeini. At that time, Iran was ruled by Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, whose government was supported by Western powers. Many religious scholars opposed the Shah's modernization policies and authoritarian rule. Khamenei became one of those voices of opposition. During the 1960s and 1970s, he was arrested multiple times for speaking against the Shah. He was interrogated, jailed, and kept under surveillance. These experiences shaped his political mindset. He believed foreign influence was a threat to Iran's independence, and this belief stayed with him throughout his life. In 1979, everything changed. The Islamic Revolution overthrew the Shah and brought Ayatollah Khomeini to power. Khamenei quickly became an important figure in the new Islamic government. He was trusted by revolutionary leaders and began taking key positions in the system. In 1981, during a period of political violence, Khamenei survived an assassination attempt when a bomb exploded near him during a speech. His right arm was permanently damaged. That moment made him both a symbol of survival and a stronger political figure inside the system. Later that same year, he became president of Iran and served from 1981 to 1989. His presidency happened during the brutal Iran-Iraq War, a conflict that devastated Iran's economy and society. During these difficult years, the government focused on survival, military defense, and strengthening revolutionary institutions. In 1989, after the death of Ayatollah Khomeini, the Assembly of Experts selected Khamenei as the new supreme leader. This position made him the highest authority in Iran, above the president and parliament. As supreme leader, he became commander-in-chief of the armed forces and gained control over major state institutions, including the powerful Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Over the next 3 decades, Khamenei shaped Iran's domestic and foreign policies. He expanded Iran's regional influence by supporting allied groups and governments in the Middle East. He strongly opposed U.S. and Israeli influence in the region and positioned Iran as a central power in regional politics. Under his leadership, Iran's nuclear program became one of the most controversial issues in global politics. Western countries imposed heavy sanctions, accusing Iran of seeking nuclear weapons, while Iranian officials insisted the program was for peaceful purposes. The sanctions deeply affected Iran's economy, leading to inflation and unemployment. At home, his leadership also faced serious challenges. There were major protests in 1999, 2009, and more recently after the death of Mahsa Amini in 2022. These protests showed growing frustration among young Iranians over economic hardship, social restrictions, and political freedoms. The government responded with strict crackdowns, which drew international criticism over human rights. Supporters of Khamenei argue that he protected Iran's sovereignty, strengthened its defense system, and prevented foreign domination. Critics argue that his rule centralized too much power, limited freedoms, and isolated Iran economically. Regardless of perspective, his influence on Iran's political system is undeniable. As of today, Ali Khamenei remains one of the longest-serving leaders in the Middle East. His life story reflects the transformation of Iran from monarchy to Islamic republic, from revolution to regional power. Whether viewed as a guardian of the revolution or a controversial authoritarian figure, his role in shaping modern Iran will be studied for generations. This was the complete story of Ali Khamenei, from a young religious student in Mashhad to the supreme leader who shaped a nation's destiny. If you want, I can also create a more dramatic documentary-style version with emotional background narration and cinematic pacing.